Hello, all of my 64 bears. My name's Chronicler Blue. Welcome back to episode 14 of Super Mario 64 120%. I mean, 120 stars, 100%. I apologize. This episode, we are doing the final course, actually. And it is Rainbow Ride. Now, I've heard quite a few things. I heard that quite a few people call this course the worst possible one. No, that goes to TikTok clock without a doubt. TikTok clock TikToks me off. Rainbow Ride is unique. It's not horrendous. You just have to make sure to get back onto the flying carpet before it disappears, which has a bit of a reasonable time. You just got to make sure to not do it like too early and then get off too late. I will agree that there are definitely some parts that are quite annoying. We will get there when we get there. Don't you worry. But oh no, it's not the worst thing ever. But I would like to let you know that I have recently gotten some pumpkin spice latte drinks. I drink Califia because it's dairy free, because I'm lactose intolerant. Because why wouldn't I be? And Target sells these cute little skull glasses that hold 12 ounces, almost 13 I want to say. And so I love them. There's nothing that screams fall to me like drinking pumpkin spice latte out of a skeleton glass. That makes me know that's fall. It lets me know, man, 'tis the season, am I right? I also went to Spirit of Halloween because, of course, I did. And this is the first time I actually bought, like, stuff for myself. It was so cool. I got so much. I got earrings, bracelets, I got a mask, I got, like, a whole 9 yards. And it was just so nice because I can't tell you how many times I've been to Spirit of Halloween. And, you know, I'd see something that I want, and I'm like, oh, can I have this? And my parents would be like, we'll come back for it. We never did. We never came back for it. So I'm like, okay, so that's a lie. Got it. So just being there and being able to just go and get the stuff that I wanted made me super happy. It was awesome. I even have it so that the bands that I have are color coordinated. So they are exactly in a symmetrical line, and it makes me so happy. I get the serotonin every time I look at them. It's fantastic. But as you can see, I'm having a little bit of difficulty with the 8 red coins here, but there's not a lot you can do about that. You're gonna have difficulties. This is the final course, so of course they're gonna make the 8 red coins a little difficult to get. But, you know, once you figure out how to do it, such as doing a little side flip and then kick off the wall to get the red coin, then it kind of becomes second nature-ish, I guess. It's still a little difficult because I hadn't gone through and it's been a while since I've done a lot of anything, actually. But that's all right. That's what the tests are for. And that was actually the final red coin. So now we can go and get the star, and we can go and move on to the next stage. And there's very few stages where I'm just like, sweet goodness, these are going on for so long. It's Castle in the Sky, and another one where we have to get into a cannon, where it's like, really? You want me to go through all of this just for that? Okay. It's unique, to say the least. It's not bad, it just takes a little bit of time. However, at the beginning there, if you pull out the camera and you look for the little pole on the side, you can long jump over to that pole and grab it so you can avoid this entire carpet ride right here. It's really helpful. I wish I knew that earlier, but you know, what are you gonna do? There's only so much you can do. Da, 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 da. There you go, Mario. Now, you gotta be careful about these spinning platforms, because they can make you lose your balance a little bit. They can make you a little disoriented, but it's nothing too terrible. At least that's what I want to say. You definitely gotta be careful about the Shy Guy, because he's just trying to get you to mess up. And also, does this music sound familiar? That's right, it should, because it's the same song as TikTok Clock. Isn't that great? I know I love it. There's nothing I love more than that. Especially back to back. Like, it... Very rarely have I ever listened to a song back to back intentionally. The only time I've done that is specifically with the song Non-Stop by Hamilton. That's my favorite Hamilton song, and when I need to, like, get in the zone immediately to focus on something, I just listen to that song. I listen to Non-Stop, and it just gets me in the zone. I'm just like, I'm in. You know what I mean? It's okay if you don't. But I'm just not a big fan of listening to songs on repeat over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm just like, sweet goodness. At least give me an album so I have some songs to look forward to. Which actually brings me up to the recent CD I got. I got the CD of Midnights by Taylor Swift. I've been listening to her quite a bit recently, and I'm just like, hey, this album isn't bad. And I don't know if you can imagine my surprise when I heard the song Bejeweled for the first time. You probably know, like, this one bit that I'm about to mention, but it's just like a little bit of like an electronic thing, and then it goes, nice! And I'm just like, hey, that's the thing from TikTok that was trending a bit ago. I had no idea that was from a Taylor Swift song. So, who knew? I didn't, but I do now. Mario is struggling. He's trying to build up some confidence. You got this, Mario. I'm almost certain you do not have an idiotic Capri Sun today. Now, we do have to keep jumping on those platforms, because if we don't, then they will fall and we'll die, and that's not fun. I read an article that said that it wasn't this part here, but it was a level in this stage that they marked as one of the top 10 hardest Mario 64 stars, and I'm like, really? That one's the hardest? Really? Once we get there, I'll happily bring it up, but it boggled my mind. I'm like, how is that one difficult? Like, I completely understand that different people have different sets of skills and different sets of difficulty for the same thing, but really, that one? Let's just say it involves triangles for the short time. And don't worry, we will not do Cruising Over the Crossing Rainbow for quite some time. It'd be like one of the last ones we do. I'm just really good at going other places and finding different things. Being like, oh, hey, look, a shiny thing. Isn't that what we're all like? Isn't it just so much fun to find stuff that you don't need and be like, hey, what's over here? That's my favorite thing. I love going to the clearance section and just looking at all the random weird stuff that no one wants but is super cheap. Like, I got a skeleton hand that's holding a 2-ounce cup. It's either 2 or 3 ounces. I'm not sure. I haven't measured. And I'm just like, ah, that's cool. I want that. It's September. What do you want from me? I like the Halloweenies. You can tell I was prepared because back in, like, August, like super early August, I was already ready. I had my profile picture updated. I had my background updated. Whole 9 yards. I was just ready for the Halloweeny vibes. It's just so much fun. One thing I'd love to do is I'd just love to have a horror movie marathon. I'm sure that's not going to happen, unfortunately. But I'd love to have it. Just watch a bunch of Nightmare on Elm Street, because I still haven't seen all of those. As well as, I have 4 Friday the 13th. Oh no, Mario, what are you doing? Mario, you dumb. Why you gotta be dumb? But, it'd be nice. Every single year, I say that I'm going to do a horror movie marathon, and then I never do it. I just run out of time. And I'm like, well, shoot. I don't like that. But, at the very least, I know that there are 2 movies I'm going to go see in October, and it is the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, of course, and Saw 10. Saw is the only horror movie series I have seen every single movie of. So, if I can make time to watch them all, that's how you know I'm into it. And I just love Saw. It is so much fun to watch it all happen. Like, all the traps and stuff, and no spoilers, of course. All the traps and stuff happen, and then it shows you, like, how it was all done, like, all the mind games that were played, and it was like, it's so cool. Although last night I did go to a concert. I went to Baby Metal and Deathclock. And this is actually the level that the article writer said was very difficult, which I didn't get, but you know, whatever. I went to Baby Metal and Deathclock, and Baby Metal is fantastic. I very much enjoyed them. I've only really heard their first album, and like maybe a few songs from a few other ones, but I really got into them with the first album. That was about it. But they were pretty good. The only thing that happened was that I didn't know a lot of the songs. I just don't. However, they did have some English lyrics in there. So back on the 8 red coins, you're going to go up to this Bomb and he's going to prepare the cannon for us. That's going to be very important later on. So just in case you don't know, it's right here. Yes, thank you. And the reason why I just cut there is because we're trying to keep these episodes under an hour. Like, what do you want from me? I'm trying my best here. But here we have one of the parts where I just absolutely lose it, and my head hurts, because we have carpet rides over obstacles that are just so annoying. It is the opposite of fun, actually. Quite literally, the opposite of fun. We just have a bunch of things that come in our way that we have to jump and hop over. And one of them is triangular shaped, which means if you jump on it wrong, Mario will slide and fall off, and you have to do it again if you did not die. Can you tell how much fun that is? How great that is? It's not. It's not the worst thing ever, because at least you still get to be in the same level. Okay, that was... Whoa, sweet goodness. That was pretty cool, actually. Yeah, unfortunately we gotta start the carpet in order to move forward. And yes, you do have to do, like, backflips and side jumps and this, that, and the other in order to get caught up with it. And here we have the most time-consuming level in this stage. Castle in the Sky. Do you see how slow this carpet's moving? That's how long. Like, this is how slow it moves. And it does not increase speed. It just remains at this constant speed of meh. This music is not fitting for this level, just saying. But I saw Baby Metal and Deathclock, and Baby Metal's really good. They had a few parts where they spoke English, and I was like, oh hey, I know what they're saying. And they were like, hello Orlando! And I was like, hey. There was one part where they had us all, like, sit down, which was very unique, and it was to, like, build up the anticipation for the next song. But I was like, yeah, okay. But it was really cool how the lead singer was like, everyone, take your phones out and shine the light on this dark night. And it was actually really cool. I love when artists do that. It's perfect. Then Deathclock came on. I only knew one song by them, which was Mermaider. But I have a few more songs I like by them now. Definitely not age appropriate. Let's just say there is a lot of violence. And that's about as much as I can say. It's rated TVMA, so very significant viewer discretion advised. But just letting you know. Yes, that was the big house in the sky. Yay! Okay. Now it's time for Cruise Across the Rainbow. So we're going to go all the way back over here. Get onto the carpet. And I'm going to do this again. And this time we're going to go left instead of right. I know. I'm making so many different choices. Do. I will say that I got Del Taco last night. And it was unique because I normally don't get Del Taco. I love Del Taco. My boyfriend does not like Del Taco. So, of course, we compromise and don't get Del Taco. But same how he loves Checkers and I don't love Checkers. So we compromise and we don't get Checkers. So whenever we have, like, the rare occasion of, like, one of us is, like, off to a concert or something, and we don't know when they're gonna get home, then we just go and like get our own food. So I leap for Del Taco. Taco Bell is really good, but Del Taco has French fries year round, and they put the French fries in the burritos. Like, come on, you can't beat that. That's the American dream right there, even if it is Tex-Mex. Yeah, there's a one up there. You don't need to grab it. Just ignore all the one-ups here. You will be completely fine. Just don't acknowledge them. Gonna do a backflip over here, regular jump, another jump, and here is the angle one that you have to be really careful of. But if you're lucky and Mario likes you today, he'll grab onto it. Now there is a star right up there, and it's fun. I'll tell you that much. There's a breeze and everything. But hey, at least we got it. That's the important part. So that is Cruiser crossing the rainbow. And thankfully, we only have one more level left. Or one more star, I guess I should say. And it is somewhere over the rainbow. So, we're going to go all the way back to the ship. And we're going to go to the opposite side now. If you give me a little bit, then I'll be more than happy to show you. But we just... this thing, it happens. And I try to cut out as much of it as I could. And I'm just like, you know what? I'll leave a little bit in for... just so we can see the beautiful magical rainbow. Because I've fallen off here quite a lot. But, thankfully, this is the last of the regular stars that we are getting. Everything else is going to be the 100 coin star, actually. And we're going to get really close by the end of this episode. And if you know what that means, then you know what that means? My brain doesn't work. Listen, it takes like an hour for a cup of coffee to hit my blood vessels, so it's going to take a little bit of time. But... so here I am trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go, and then I remembered, oh yeah, there was a cannon that we activated with the Bomb-Omb. And it is actually going to be right over by where that Lakitu is. Or Lakitu. I forgot how the dude pronounced it in the Nintendo Direct for the Super Mario Bros. Wonder. He said it some way, and I'm just like, that's not how I'd pronounce it. Hey, we're going to go up on... ow. We just gotta get the Lakitu. There we go. Yeah, that win specifically is what made me think, maybe I need to go up this pole. I was wrong, but, you know, it's still not a bad thought. Yeah, there's nothing up here except for a 1-up, which, you know, great, but we don't need that, actually. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a slight hole in the back. And that is where we are going. Now, I try to make it very careful and just like slowly inch myself there because I don't want to fall. Okay, are you ready for this part? Because this part's where it's gonna make you terrified. So it's somewhere over the rainbow, so we have to shoot ourselves through the rainbow loop and land on the pole. And if you fail, you have to go all the way back up again. So just do exactly as I did right there. Also, there's a purple guy that's ready to throw you. But there's a star. And you know what? That's it. We have gotten all the regular mission stars. Now for the last 500 coin stars. First, we are going off to Wet Dry World, and we're just going straight to a quick race through downtown. The best tip I can give here is just make sure to hit as many of the exclamation point blocks as possible, and then go to the town. Because if you go to the town before, there's no way to get back out, so you're going to be stuck, and that's not fun, so just be careful. I also went to see Deathclock and Baby Metal with my dad, actually. Because he's a big Deathclock fan. I'm a Baby Metal fan. So it was almost like fate for it to happen at the same time. I was like, hey, you like this one band, I like this other band, and they're both playing the same night. What a coinky dink. And it was just so cool. But the reason why I brought that up is because my dad also gave me his Xbox. Because, in his words, it was sitting there collecting dust, and he hasn't turned it on in the last 2 years. So, I'm just like, hey, I'll take it. I can do something with it. Maybe I can finally play my 360 games on it. I do have a 360, but the disk drive doesn't work. So, I've only been able to download 360 games onto it. But I'm hoping all the 360 games that I bought and downloaded, I'm able to download them on the Xbox One, so that way I can just not need the 360 and just get 360 and One and Classic games. Because I already have the Xbox Classic. So many great games on it. And bad games, too. In fact, that's true for a lot of systems, unfortunately. There's a lot of good stuff and a lot of bad stuff, so you just gotta be really careful with what you're getting. But I tell you what, October is gonna if you just attach a vacuum to my wallet, that's what it's gonna be like during October. Because I'm gonna see 2 movies, get 2 games, and it's just gonna be a whole shebang. There's lots of spending money. But that I like it, actually. I'm happy that I have something to spend money on. I as much as I love going into a Target and only getting my Caramel Ribbon Crunch Frappuccino, I would like to get something that I care about and would like to see more of. That would be beneficial, actually. I don't think a little Post-it card is gonna do me a whole lot of good, but you know, we can try. We can see what I can do with it, but it's not gonna be a whole lot. As well as, I know I keep talking about the Baby Metal concept because what am I supposed to talk about here? About how you lower and raise the water level? Like, I already talked about that quite a bit. At the Baby Metal concert, we got there an hour and a half early. Like, I left early, unintentionally, because I needed to stop by to eat something on the way. And then I got there, and then we went to the concert about an hour and a half early. And so we got there, and there was a line outside of the building. I was like, okay, did not expect this many people here. Okay, here we go. After maybe 20 minutes or so, I wasn't keeping track, because if you don't complain, things go by a lot faster. This is a golden rule that I've learned. If you don't complain, it goes by faster. Just saying. Takes a lot of energy to complain. Takes a lot less energy to just shut up. Once we got in, there was already a huge line for the merch tent. And when I say a line, I don't mean like a fuzzy worm line. I mean, like, you take 3 cans of Play-Doh, smush it all together, and roll it out to make one super long, even snake, and then you fold it and put bends in it, and that is exactly the length that it was. I must have been standing in line for like 40 minutes, if that. It was just a long, long time. And that was, we were there, okay, to put it this way, we got in line, the opener started, and the opener ended, and we only moved half the distance we needed to be. Thankfully, we got the merchandise before any of the people that we wanted to see played, which was super cool. I'm just glad that we were able to make that happen. But, you know, after Baby Metal finished their set, because they were up after the opener, there was still a huge line, and it changed formation. I'm just like, sweet goodness, this is like Voltron up in here. Or, for those that didn't have a parent that grew up in the 80s, Power Rangers. And it was just, I didn't have any words. And then once Death Clock was over, there was still a line. I'm like, what the heck? Sweet goodness, these people are going to be standing here until 1 in the morning. But we were able to leave early enough. Like, we stayed to the very end, and because we got there so early, we got a great parking spot. We were able to make it home pretty early. Like, it was the fastest we've ever made it to the car from a concert. So it was pretty lucky. It was pretty cool. But now after seeing Death Clock, I now want to watch Metalocalypse. Mostly for the lead singer, because the lead singer, woo. That's as much as I can say. But if you're picking up what I'm throwing down, then you might get it. You might get it. In between the song, spoiler alert, I guess, if you're planning on seeing them, but they had Facebones come out. Who is Facebones? I don't know. It was just a skeleton, like the head of a skeleton. His name is Facebones, and he gave concert tips about how to act appropriately. And I'm just like, I like this dude. Now again, I've never seen, well, I shouldn't say I've never seen the show. I've seen like maybe 3 episodes of the show of the first season, so not a whole lot of it. But after seeing the band perform, I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to go and see this now. I'm like, you know what? I'm willing to put the time in to go and watch this whenever I have time alone, where I'm not recording, or messing around, or eating, or sleeping. You know what? I'm completely fine with not being able to do anything. You know what? That's just gonna happen. I just gotta deal with it. The only way I could be able to do that would be if I started a YouTube channel where I just watch TV shows and movies, which, while that sounds great, I don't think I'd be a great reviewer. I'm not a critic. I don't look at everything. I just watch it and I'm just like, hey, that's funny. I kind of like that. I'd give it like a normal score and then move on to the next thing. Like, Adventure Time. No spoilers, I promise. I promise no spoilers. Adventure Time was good. I liked it. It wasn't bad. It did Steven Universe thing, which this also isn't a spoiler, but it started to go one way where it was like, oh yeah, it's just random adventures, into like super dark, like having meanings and continuity, this and the other. I'm just like, okay, I guess we changed the formation a bit, but I'm still here. And then by the end, you're just like, okay. Anyway, like, at least with Avatar: The Last Airbender, again, no spoilers. And the reason why I say that, the reason why I say no spoilers is because I understand there are people that spoil stuff. I hate that. I hate people that spoil stuff. So if this is just the first episode that you click on because it was suggested to you, I'm just letting you know now. I don't do spoilers. But Avatar: The Last Airbender, it was very consistent. It was very, very fluent from beginning to end. It was like, hey, here's the episode, continuity, here's the stuff to it. Each episode is continuous, it happens, everything has meaning to it, so just pay attention and you will be fine. And they have some funny bits in there, but meh. There's one part that I just keep quoting where someone will be like, hey, can you let me know if you find this? And I was like, I found it! See, that's what it'll sound like when one of you guys finds it. That's just one of my favorite quotes from it. I'm just like, but I still haven't seen The Legend of Korra, which I know is a sequel, which I'll be very happy to watch it. It's not because it's Korra, it's just because I haven't had time. We're currently in the middle of watching Bluey and the Golden Girls, but because we lost the logins, we are just watching random videos on YouTube so far. Fun. But don't worry, we will get there. We're just taking time. I know you are not holding me to, like, chains or to a wall being like, you gotta finish it, you gotta finish it. But to me, I'm just like, you know what? I'm really not good at finishing stuff. Let me finish the show. Let me finish this series. And I'll go out and get the box set, hoping that like motivates me to watch. It doesn't. It just makes me feel good that I have it all. But you know, isn't great. That's not exactly what I have it for, but you know, it's still there. Like I recently went to Target and they have a $5 movie section now, which I thought was super cool. But they had Legally Blonde 1 and 2, and I haven't seen either. So I'm like, dude, heck yeah, I want to see Legally Blonde. I know nothing of, well, no, I shouldn't say I know nothing about it. I know that it is about a stereotypical blonde that goes to law school and becomes a lawyer, but is really good at her job. I think that's what I want to go with. I don't know. Again, still haven't seen it, but I might. I don't know. Man, these piranha plants are so huge. Now remember to ground pound on the Goombas, because if you do, then they will give you blue coins, and you are going to need them here, because they are very stingy with the coins. You're gonna have to go like big, small, big, small, big, small, big, small, and then you're still gonna need 14 more, and you're just like, what the heck? Don't like this. What the me gusta. But anyway, I'm just very excited for all of it. I have plans coming up, and I have made plans actually. They're finally, like, I finally decided what I'm going to do, and so I'm excited for it. I have to let you know that the next game is not going to be 4x3, unfortunately. There's just a new game that came out recently that I am very excited to play, and I thought about playing it on Saturdays, but then I'm like, I really didn't like doing 3 games at once. I lost my energy very quickly. I wasn't able to record ahead as much as I wanted to. So just keep watching, because it you know? But it is a new game from an indie team. That is as much information as I will give out. And if you can guess it right, then I will I don't know what I'll do, because everything has been pre-recorded, unfortunately. I have thought about doing a emergency Let's Play that I record in advance and then put it as private on my channel, and then if something happens to me and I'm unable to get to my computer, then I can just upload that, so that way everyone's still good for like a week or so. I know I really don't need to do that. I know that I'm not the biggest giant YouTube star, but I still care about y'all. Like, even if it's just 10 of you watching, I still care about you. In fact, we're up to like 70 now. Almost 80, I want to say. So, legitimately, thank you all. Anytime that you like the video or comment, I appreciate it. You don't have to. I don't even tell you to, because I forget to. I forget to like and comment on videos a lot. It's just because I don't have time. Like, what am I supposed to say to a video of someone eating a can of soup? Being like, hey, next time try tomato. I hear it tastes like ketchup. But no. I'm more aware of my digital footprint than others, so I try to conserve the negativity for more positive outlets. Like fighting games. Soul Calibur is the only one I can think of, because that's the only good fighting game that I play. I'm not a big fan of the fighting games, especially like Tekken or Street Fighter. I'm not saying they're bad. It's just that it's a lot of punches and kicks, and I don't really see anything different with them other than like the grabs or the character design. But with Soul Calibur, you have different swords, different weapons, and some of them are even special, and they can make funny sounds when you whack people with them, and that really gets my goat, and everything just feels so unique. And even as someone that is a button masher and has been for a long time, I was able to figure out, oh, okay, if I do this and press this, that will happen. And that connecting with me, that lit a light in my brain. I played Mortal Kombat, and it's okay. I don't have any of the moves memorized. I have none of the fatalities memorized. And if I do story mode, then I have to pause it and pull up the special moves before each fight. So, you really don't want to see a Chronically Blue Mortal Kombat Let's Play. Here we have tick-tock clock, 100 coins. When I tell you this stage hates you, I mean that in the most sincerest way possible. This stage hates you with every single tick-tock this clock could muster, every single nut, bolt, flap, bomb, goomba, flipper dude, everything. The stage hates you. There are, I want to say, maybe exactly 102 coins here. Because you will see me go through and defeat every single enemy, get every single coin box, and even then, I don't think that there's anything else. Like, legitimately. This is not a joke. This is not a drill. This is me going through and getting everything, and still being like, wow, if I missed one enemy, I probably would have had to restart. This stage took me the most amount of time, and it was very, very unhappily, mind you. But if you're seeing this, then that means it was successful. It's just, if you do this, it's going to be a pain. Take my word for it, do not 100% Super Mario 64. I can't stop you if you want to, but just think about Tick-Tock Clock. Just think about it. My least favorite world. Now, if it was in the beginning, first off, the difficulty plunge would be very unique to a Mario game. Second of all, at least I'd be able to get it done and not have to worry about it. I have that thing with quite a few games. I'm like, listen, if you're gonna give me a really stupid stage, give it to me in the beginning so I can get over it. Just give that to me. Like, just give me Scrap Brain Zone immediately after Green Hill Zone in Sonic 1. Just give me Oil Ocean and Metropolis Madness in Sonic 2. Just something. Just come on. What I'd really like, is, especially for the new Super Mario Wonder game, would be if when you get to the final island, if there was little portals that took you to, like, really tiny versions of the previous islands you went to, and you have a stage there. So instead of it being 8 big stages, or however many there are, of just Volcano Land, then it's like, oh, you get one very difficult level of Mushroom Valley, one very difficult level of Water World, one very difficult level of Forest Frantic. You know what I mean? It's just the kind of thing where it's like, I like the variety. When you play Super Mario Bros., like New Super Mario Bros., I should say, on the DS, Wii U, 3DS, any of them, it all blends together, unfortunately. And you're just like you just go into autopilot mode when you're playing a Mario game on the DS, which is not great to say, but that is exactly what happens. And I guess if you just need some like junk food for your brain, then Mario's it. It's simplistic. You don't gotta worry about a lot of stuff. It's like, I see an enemy, I jump, I hit the enemy, I win. Now here's the part where you're gonna have quite a bit of difficulty. You need to do a backflip against the wall and then kick off to land onto one of those. And again, if you fail, you will die and you will have to restart. So just let you know right now. What I like to do is I like to go towards the left. I typically went towards the right, but this time I went towards the left for some reason. But hey, if it works, it works. And again, make sure to go in here when the clock is at 12, because then, get this, it won't move. And it'll be significantly easier. Not a lot easier, because you still have to deal with the controls and the unique level design that loves putting spaces in between everything. Like, this was the level that they had the protege create, and they're like, yeah, that's probably good. Intern, that's the word, intern, not protege. Well, I guess it would still work. Yes, we are almost at the tallest height of the clock as we possibly can get, and we are still just barely making it. Now, be very careful here. No, they will not push you off, but if you do something dumb and it pushes you out, you will fall and you will die and you will be very sad, and that is not great for anyone. So we are currently at 95 coins. And I am running out of hope, running out of happiness, because I'm like, sweet goodness, where can this last 5 coins be? The only thing I can remember is like 1 block over here. But that was only 3 coins too. Now, if you go over here, you're gonna love this. It's the same block that you see, but it's a 1-up! Isn't that what you wanted? No? Okay, I'll just fall off. Now, you can completely miss this last coin block, unfortunately. It is very easy to miss it. As well as, I cannot tell you how stressed I was just going up here. But this is the last coin block. You hit it, you get the coins, and there it is, the star that we finally needed. Oh, sweet goodness. And now we are in the final stage, in the last 100 coin star. This one isn't... It's unique. It's not bad, but it does have you going around quite a lot. And for the blue coins, you do have to get them all in the first try, and it is very limited, or else you're going to have to restart, unfortunately. Very limited coins here as well. With the blue coin block, once you hit it, you need to start doing side flips and wall kicking and wall jumps and whole 9 yards in order to make it up here. Now, in case you have difficulty doing the wall jump, I just figured this out myself. Imagine doing the wall jump from Metroid, where you are up against the wall on the right, so you have the thumbstick on the right, you're going to move the thumbstick to the left and press the button. Then you're going to go left, then once you're touching the wall, hold it right and press the button, and just so on and so forth in order to make it up the wall. How I never figured that out as a kid, I don't know. But I was also 19 when I beat my first Metroid game, so, what do you want from me? And unfortunately, the first Metroid game I ever beat was AM2R, which isn't technically a licensed Metroid game, but I pretty much count it as one. After that one, I beat the first Metroid on the NES on the Wii U Virtual Console, and then the only one I did after that was Metroid Zero Mission, actually. I think I did Metroid Fusion? I'm not sure. But I know I did Zero Mission 100%, which was a lot of fun, actually. A little difficult. Some parts were definitely St. Upa Town, but I was able to do it. Mario, you looked like you were going to get squished there. Remember that there are coins on these little spinning platforms here, just in case you need something to help you going. Because after just half of the area, we only have 50 coins, so you know where the other half are. That's right, enemies. And the other half... Now, you don't have to worry about going to the triangles. There are no coins in the triangles. But there are coins in other places. Mario, what are you doing? Why? Oh, there's coins here. Right, sorry. I was looking at Mario like he is the dumbest triangle trying to convince everyone that he's a circle. But no, it's coins. I forgot there's coins over here. So I guess the triangle is a circle. Oh well, sorry for judging, but that is one thing that I will talk about. Baby Metal had a song they were previewing. It was like their newest song, and it was vintage sounding, classical for them, I should say. But hearing it, I was like, I feel like I could get canceled just listening to this song. And it was just... I'm gonna stop talking, because I am very afraid to get canceled. And I cannot tell you how many times I've been around people, and they are not like me. They have not grown up on the internet, and they have not seen how many people get canceled for so many things. So they would just speak their mind, and I'm just like, whoa, you can't say that. And they're just like, yeah, I can. It's my mouth. It's a free country. I'm like, it's a good thing I'm not doing anything important, or what else? But, these things, they happen. I just try to keep my bases clean before I run for the goal. I try to make sure that I dribble before I get a touchdown. What are other sports analogies I can butcher? I try to align the bat before I get a field goal. I try to make sure that my hands are on the ball before I... No, that one actually makes sense. I try to kick the ball to get a three-pointer. There we go. That's a good one. Oh, yeah. That'll hurt some people. I very much enjoy doing stuff that is very unconventional to cause psychic damage to people. What I mean by that is, I'm sure I've talked about this before, but I will take a Kit Kat, and instead of breaking it off into pieces, I would just take a big bite out of it. Same with the Hubba Bubba tape. I just open it up and hang. It's my favorite thing. One thing you should actually try is take cereal and put it in a cup. Don't add milk, don't add water, just put it in a cup. Because then you have cereal in a cup. A nice, convenient, portable method for cereal in a cup. The reason why I say this is because when you have cereal in a bowl with a spoon, you have a bowl to clean and a spoon to clean. With the cup, it's just the cup. And it's a lot easier to find room for a cup than it is to find room for a bowl. At least that's what I like to believe. Now, it looks like we have gone ahead and cleaned out as many coins as we can, so we have to go all the way over to the carpet ride, unfortunately. But that's alright. I think we can manage. I think we can handle it. We're just making sure to take our sweet, sweet, careful time here because we don't want to die. We already have 98 coins. Why would we want to risk that, you know? Now, make sure to pay attention to the underground, I guess is how I could properly state it. But again, because I was dumb, I decided to go over to the triangles, because I thought there were coins up here, but there isn't. Which, you know, shame on me. But at least I was able to jump back before the triangles forced me down and into my death. You really just want to be as careful as you can in every Mario level, actually. How we made that, I don't know. It looked like I was going to fail, and I recorded it. But you really just got to make sure that you are very careful with what you do to ensure that everything is fine. You never know when you're going to mess up, and that is, unfortunately, the harsh reality of Mario. That's why I very much enjoy the New Super Mario Bros. Games. Yes, they are mindless and copy-paste, but it's never hard to find the 3-star coins. Like, I can find them pretty easily. The secret exits, yeah, that's a bit more difficult, but everything else is, like, perfect. It's like, oh, hey, look, a pipe. Let me see, and there's a star coin. Hey, look at that. It's not bad. I enjoy it. It's not the worst thing. But that is the very last star that we have collected. We just have one more left, and Bowser. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, my 64 bears.